Hello everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art YouTube channel. In just a few days, Halloween will be approaching, a traditional festival held on October 31st every year. The evening before All Saints' Day in Western Christianity. This is the beginning of the Triduum of All Saints, All Hallowtide, the time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, martyrs and all faithful believers who have passed away. The traditional focus of Halloween revolves around the theme of using humor and ridicule to confront the power of death. The popular view is that many Halloween traditions originate from Celtic harvest festivals that may have had pagan origins, especially the Gaelic festival of Samhain, and that the festival was adopted by the Church. Early Christianization. However, some academics suggest that Halloween developed independently of Samhain and is solely of Christian origin. Popular activities during Halloween are trick-or-treating, children dressed up and knocking on neighbors' doors to ask for candy, attending costume parties, lighting fires, and carving pumpkins to create jack-o'-lantern, apple-grabbing, pranks, watching movies or telling horror stories. In many parts of the world, Christian celebrations of Halloween, such as attending church services and lighting candles on graves, remain popular, although in other places Halloween is a secular festival, more customary and commercial. Historically, some Christians have abstained from meat on the Vigil of All Saints, a tradition that has led to the habit of eating certain foods on this vigil, including apples, potato pancakes and soul bread. In this video it will be the character Ernesto de la Cruz in the movie Coco everyone. Ernesto de la Cruz is the main antagonist of the 2017 Disney Pixar animated feature film Coco. He was a famous singer, musician, and actor who dazzled audiences with his charm and good looks, becoming a source of Mexican pride. After his untimely death, his soul resides in the land of the dead. Trapped in this extraordinary realm, Miguel embarks on a quest to find Ernesto, whom he believes is his long-lost great-great-grandfather. However, Miguel learns a very different story from his heritage than what he expected. Ernesto de la Cruz was the former best friend and music partner of Hector, Miguel's true great-great-grandfather, whom he had murdered so he could take the credit for his music and be a famous musician. At first glance, Ernesto presents himself as a charming, suave, wise, friendly, and sensible individual who encouraged others to follow their dreams no matter what, making him seem like a positive role model to many individuals in the living world. Ernesto saved Miguel when he fell in his pool out of genuine kindness and was genuinely going to give him his blessing and allow him back to the land of the living. That was before Miguel discovered his secret, so it's debatable whether that act of decency was sincere or not. However, it's later revealed that Ernesto was selfish, vain, fame-hungry, and desperate in life to the point of being a rank opportunist. His ambition was so extreme that it drove him to murder his best friend Hector, who wanted to go home to his family, and subsequently steal his songbook and guitar to achieve fame and glory. Ernesto was even arrogant enough to hide this secret in one of his films, which led to his exposure and eventual downfall. Leaving behind a profound legacy after his death, Ernesto was determined to maintain this and was willing to go to malicious lengths, his murders, even more darker after he died, to keep his image alive. Even Miguel, a boy who greatly idolized him and was thought to be his blood, was seen as a liability to the extent that he would resort to murdering the child to hide his secret, with no remorse whatsoever for his heinous acts. Staring coldly after Miguel when he sent him falling to his death and nonchalantly passing off the grief the action had on the late Rivera family while giving the helpless Hector, Miguel's true ancestor, a cruel apology. While Miguel, Hector, and Imelda had great passions for music and, despite their flaws from them, stronger values in family, Ernesto had none of these qualities. He only used music to gain popularity and was willing to kill or use those with whom he had close relationships to get it. As such, Ernesto is a dark parallel to Hector and what Miguel might have become if he had followed Ernesto's path. When his actions were revealed and his former fans turned on him, Ernesto could only be silently distraught to realize he had lost everything for which he had worked as he was condemned for his vile actions. Ernesto also held no remorse for his crimes, and took pleasure in causing pain and suffering to others who would be affected by his notorious actions. Ernesto was also, in contrast to his suave appearance and daring movie roles, a self-serving coward. This was shown when Hector, despite their differing skeletal structures and his declining condition, furiously attacked him after realizing Ernesto's hand in his death and later fleeing confrontation with an angered Rivera family, calling his security guards for these instances instead of defending himself. It should be noted that they outnumber Ernesto. So it's understandable for him to flee instead of fighting them all at once. However, Ernesto still flees after calling his security guards to battle the Rivera family instead of helping his guards battle them, which perfectly shows his cowardice. Also, when Pepita confronts Ernesto for the crimes he committed against the Rivera family, Ernesto was left pathetically screaming and begging the Alebrije to release him unharmed. More than 4 months ago, the Disney 3D Art YouTube channel has been broadcast the character Miguel Rivera also in the movie Coco everyone. If anyone has not seen this video, please watch it again. First is to draw from the body to the legs of the bone, then wear in white shirt cover the vest with the white jeans and wear the foots for Ernesto de la Cruz. Next is to draw 2 arms for Ernesto de la Cruz. Next is to draw the skull, then draw the hairstyle for Ernesto de la Cruz. Finally, wear the MMXXIV hat for Ernesto de la Cruz. So the character Ernesto de la Cruz from the movie Coco has been completed. Please like and subscribe if you watch to the end of the video. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many people of the world. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching and goodbye everyone.